Court today, District Court is now back in session. Honorable Judge Judge Simpson presiding.
Don't talk to, you may be seated. Don't talk to. That's what our whole meeting was about.
I'm just working to get you out of here.
I thought you said you were done.
I was done with my antics, Your Honor.
Oh.
I thought that's
And now I'm done. I'm done. Which is,
I honestly do not know.
okay, good enough. Court calls the case People versus John Waddell.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Quaison on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Judge. 76343 on behalf of Mr. Waddle. President, would you say your name, sir?
John Waddell.
And all right, what are we doing?
Judge, I think we're going to try to set this for a preliminary examination.
Discovery is complete,
Yes.
and would the people have their witnesses available the 5th?
Judge, I'm not available the 5th, so I was going to ask for the 19th.
Yeah, what happens to people when they ask for dates? Mr. Bellinger? Never mind. Will that be acceptable to the people? The 19th. Preliminary examination will be set November 19th, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Barr.
There are some issues regarding bond that I do hope to address with the court.
Yes.
And I was made aware of them earlier today, Judge, just so you're aware.
It's come to my attention, Your Honor, that the defendant has, in my opinion, been violating the no contact order. I understand the court might perceive it as towing the line. However, he has sent a package with a note to the victim's residence. It's my understanding that the defendant characterized this as sending it to the kids. However, the note in it said, "I love you all so much. Love someone who loves you more than you could possibly know," or something along those lines. And then there's the additional incident of the defendant at least once being seen driving past the soccer fields while the child in common was in practice after, I believe the court explicitly stated that he was not to be at sporting events while the victim was present. So I am concerned at this point. This does seem to be, in my opinion, multiple violations of the no contact order. And I wanted to raise it.
Judge, he did send a package to his kids, which was just blankets for his kids and a note directed to his kids. Granted, the package was addressed to the complaining witness, but
Excuse me?
the package was addressed to the complaining witness, but it was just for the kids. He sent blankets to the kids. And then as to the,
When was that?
I don't,
Your Honor, it was ordered, I believe, on the 19th, but I do also want to put on the record that the victim moved and the defendant had to go to great lengths to find out where they relocated to. So that is another reason I'm concerned. She did not share her new location with the defendant. She did not want him to know where she lived.
The 19th, you said?
Let me confirm one moment, Your Honor. Ordered October 16th.
What was ordered October?
That was when the package was ordered.
Gotcha. How old is the child?
there's 3 children, Judge. How old are your kids?
7, 8, and 9.
7, 8, and 9.
So why was the package addressed to, well, a couple of things. What was the purpose of this?
To send something to my kids because I'm not able to contact them. And it's just something I knew that they would enjoy.
So
I was told that I wasn't able to contact her and I was trying to abide by that and just send it to my kids. I addressed it to her, not.
why did you address it to her?
It was just something that crossed my mind because it was already it came up as that address. I didn't mean to.
What do
address
you
it to
mean
her.
if it came? I don't know what that means.
I didn't mean to address it to her. I meant to address it to them. I just didn't think of that part of it.
Excuse me? You
I was trying to
you
send my
meant to address it,
to my children.
Corporal. You what?
He meant to send the package to his children.
So why weren't their names on the package?
Because it was meant as a surprise, because they all had different blankets that they enjoy. And I couldn't leave it blank. I was just trying to send something to my kids. I wasn't trying to disobey any rules. And this is all new to me. I haven't done this before, and I was just trying to send something to my kids.
Okay. How'd you find their address?
So when I was able to move back into my house, the power was off. So we have a list of accounts that we have at our house. And so I got onto DTE to turn it back on. And that's when I saw her address, because the account was used. She used the same account. So I paid that off, and then it was said that I had to create my own account. So I logged off and created my own account. But her address was on there when I logged in. So I paid that bill and then logged off and created my own account.
So prior to doing that, you didn't know where your kids were.
I did not. I didn't do it to find them. I had to turn the power back on my house, and I went to where I knew I had to go.
And so once you see that,
Yes,
then you decide to send the package?
to my kids, yes.
But Your Honor, there were 4 blankets sent, and he had 3 kids. So I don't really understand where that's going either.
All right, I'll ask the $1 million question. You have 3 kids, you're sending them a blanket. Why'd you send 4? Please, you know what?
I don't,
Think about your answer to me. I look stupid, but I'm really not.
it's just all what we used to do at our house when we lived together. They all have their own blankets, and there's an extra one that they use. My son wets the bed a lot.
Oh, hold it. So what you're telling me is you sent 3 blankets, 1 for each of the kids, and then an extra.
Yes, because my son wets the bed a lot, so he needs an extra one.
You gotta be kidding me. Is that your story?
That's what
You're gonna tell me.
I don't know what else to tell you. I wasn't to my wife.
Well, the truth would be okay.
That's all I have.
Why'd you send, I'm gonna give you another shot. Why'd you send 4 blankets?
That's what I have, because that's what we do at home. That's what we did before. That's how I know what she's done, because she's told me. Because my son's extra blanket is actually on the bed at my house right now. Like, she made the bed when she left, and it's still there.
Okay, what about driving past sporting events that she's at?
It's my understanding, but I'll let him explain it.
No, go ahead, Counselor.
He was driving his work truck from work to a auto parts store in the same city, and then drove back to work right after that. So I don't think he stopped or drove by slow. I think he just happened to be, and I don't think he even knew. He told me earlier today he didn't know. He knew the kids had practice, but he thought they were not at practice.
Just so I'm clear, you addressed the package to the alleged victim in this case, have 3 kids, So you know that there are 4 people that are in that house. You sent 4 blankets, but are telling me they were all for your kids. I miss anything?
No.
Counsel, do you want a hearing on this as to a bond violation?
I mean, I guess maybe, do you know were the 2 of the blankets the same or? If you know, I don't know if you know or not. I don't know.
I don't, personally, it doesn't make a difference to me. There's 4 blankets, 3 kids, 4 people in the house. Package is addressed to the victim. That doesn't make a difference.
Judge, I think we don't need to have a hearing. He could
Okay, let me
confess
ask
to-
you this, because I'm about to revoke his bond. So do you want a hearing on this, counsel?
Yes.
I figured as much. All right. I'll leave the preliminary exam date. I'll set a hearing. On his bond violation. Can everybody be ready next week? Might be appropriate we do it on Halloween.
Judge, I can't do it on the 31st. Unless we do it, or I guess I could do it right at 1.
Right at 1, yeah. You don't know how my days work.
Oh, I know, I know.
I can, well, we normally set it at 3, but I don't know if that's gonna cut later causes you a problem.
Yes.
So,
I just had something at 10 and 3. So I was like trying to,
there's no way for me to predict what that docket entirely will look like. What about the 7th?
I'm in an assault with intent to murder trial that should be ending at that time. So I think we could schedule it that day. I should be done.
All right, I'll set a bond hearing on his bond for November 7th, 2024 at 3 p.m. I'll still leave the exam date in place. All right,
Thank you, Judge. So it'll be here at 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Thank you.
All right. On that date, at this time, given what the court has heard, defendant's bond at this time is revoked, defendant's remanded.
Judge, can he have some sort of cash bond with maybe a GPS tether just to allow him to continue working? He was living at his job until recently. He had to move when he moved back into the house.
Revoked his bond.
I know.
No, I understand what you're asking, and I'm going to deny that request at this time.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.